press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Namaste children. Today we are going to discuss about chapter neural control and coordination. In your previous class, you all know about different organs doing their specific functions. Like you discussed about, you all know about digestive system functioning, respiratory system functioning, excretory system functioning. Like that, in our body we have different organs doing their specific functions. So the functions of organs and organ systems must coordinate to maintain homeostasis. So then what is homeostasis? So homeostasis means it is the ability of an organism to maintain constant internal environment with irrespective of changes in external environment. So in our body, different organs are doing their functions in a coordination to maintain homeostasis of an body. So what is homeostasis? Homeostasis andre it's the ability of an organism to maintain constant internal environment with irrespective of changes in external environment. Example for this you can take thermoregulation. So thermoregulation means, so we know that enzymes are they do their function at particular pH and temperature. So here thermoregulation, during summer we sweat to release excess of heat produced in our body, and again in winter we wear sweaters to maintain again constant internal temperature. So that is nothing but thermoregulation. Summer in our body heat is produced will be more that we are going to release out in the form of sweat. Hagene winter we want to in winter to maintain constant internal temperature we wear sweaters, and we used to have hot food and hot tea and coffee to maintain constant internal temperature. That all come under thermoregulation, is nothing but homeostasis. Then what is coordination? So coordination is nothing but in coordination, it is the process in which complement the functions of one another. So in coordination process, you see one or two organs interact and complement the functions of one another. That is nothing but coordination. So in our body, the organs, different organs, they interact or they coordinate each other mainly to maintain homeostasis, so that the functions of body will be normal. Then coming to, we all know that cells group together to form tissues. Similar cells group together to form tissues, and similar tissues group together to form organs, and different organs will form organ systems, and that organ system will give rise to different organ system give rise to organism. So in this organ system, like digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, they are specialized to do their specific functions by the interaction and interdependency to each other. In organ systems, different organs are specialized to do their specific functions by interaction See, we know that cells, similar cells group together to form tissues, like that similar tissues group together to form organs, and different organs by doing their different specific functions, they form organ system. In the organ system, these organs which are specialized to do their specific functions, they function by interaction and interdependency to each other. For example, for this we can go with doing physical exercises. So doing physical exercise. So while doing physical exercises, the energy demand will be increased by muscles. So the muscles require ATP. For that again glucose will be broken to release carbon dioxide and water with the release of ATP. So for that respiratory rate increases. When rate of respiration increases, the heartbeat also increases. So while doing physical exercises, the function of lungs, that is increase in rate of respiration, increase in heartbeat and increase blood flow to the muscles through blood vessels occurs. Once the physical exercise, doing physical exercise is stopped, the functions of heart, lungs, kidney, nerves will come to the normal conditions. That means while doing physical exercises, the organs like lungs, heart, kidney, blood vessels, they all coordinate and interdependent each other to do their functions. So that is nothing but coordination among the organs. Then coming to In a body, coordination and control is done by two systems, that is neural system and endocrine system. Control and coordination of our body is done by two systems in our body, that is neural system and endocrine system. These two systems regulate the activities of organs and they to maintain synchronized among these two while doing functions. Neural system, it provides organized network of point-to-point connections of neurons for quick coordination. So neural system alli enagutte, there is a point to point connection between neurons, point to point connections between neurons for quick coordination. Whereas endocrine system, it provides chemical integration. It provides chemical integration through hormones. So this we'll discuss in the next chapter. So endocrine system provides chemical integration through hormones. Then what are hormones? Hormones are non-nutrient chemicals produced by endocrine glands which acts as intercellular messengers and are produced in very trace amounts. So we can go with definition of hormones. So hormones are non-nutrient chemical substances act as intercellular messengers and produced in trace amount. See, these hormones are produced by endocrine glands in a very little. They act as a intercellular messengers. They act as a intercellular messengers and they bring chemical coordination between the cells and organs. That is nothing but endocrine system. So control and coordination of a body is done by two systems. ಒಂದು ನರ್ವಸ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಂಡೋಕ್ರೈನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ನರ್ವಸ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, there is a point to point connection between neurons. So we'll discuss structure of neuron in the next class. So this is one neuron, again This is another neuron. Like this, we see point-to-point connection between neurons in neural system for the quick coordination. Adre endocrine system there is no point-to-point connection, but they bring coordination through a chemical substance called hormones. Through a chemical substance called hormones, they are nothing but they are non-nutrient chemicals act as say intercellular messengers. So like that, a nervous system and endocrine systems brings control and coordination of a body. So in this class, we will discuss about neural system. So nervous tissue is the basic building block of neural system. Nervous tissue consists of brain, spinal cord and nerves. They consist of brain, spinal cord and neurons or nerves. So that nervous tissue is the basic building blocks of neural system which are specialized for receiving the stimulus and conducting the impulse. This nervous tissue is derived from ectoderm of embryo. So it is nervous tissue is derived from ectoderm of embryo. Competitive question nimage. And nervous tissue consists of two cells. It consists of two cells. One is neurons, nothing but nerve cell. Another one is neuroglia, so which protect and supports the nerve cells. See, nervous tissue is the basic building blocks of neural system. And this nervous tissue consists of brain, spinal cord and nerves. They are specialized for receiving the stimulus and conducting the impulse. So these tissues derived from ectoderm of embryo. It consists of two types of cells. Structurally, histologically it consists of two types of cells, neurons and neuroglia. Neurons, they are nerve cells. Neuroglia, they protect and support the nerve cells. Neurons are considered as structural and functional unit of nerve system. The nervous tissue, neurons are considered as structural and functional unit of neural system. So this is about nervous tissue, and these neurons are not very well developed in invertebrates. They are poorly developed in invertebrates, whereas they are very well developed in vertebrates. In peripheral, neurons are absent. Peripheral neurons are absent, whereas in hydra, so in the evolution of multicellular organisms, we see the neuron formation, nerve formation in a phylum Coelenterate or in Cnidaria, that is in hydra we see network of neurons. Network of neurons is seen in hydra, and in flatworms like Planaria we see ladder type of neural system. Like this. This nerving nerve cord and transverse nerves. So ladder and any tara. So in flatworms like Planaria we see ladder type of neural system, and in insects like in phylum Arthropoda we see brain with number of ganglion with nerve tissue. So like this the neural system is poorly developed in invertebrates, whereas in vertebrates it is very well organized to do its specific functions. Coming to neural system of human, neural system of human beings is divided into two types: central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. That is PNS. This is central nervous system, CNS. The central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. This brain and spinal cord, it's the area where information is processed and control. In the central nervous system, information is processed and controlled. It provides a site where information is processed and controlled. So, roughly I am drawing this just to. So, this is the brain. It is present at the center of our body and which continues as spinal cord. So, this is brain and this is spinal cord. Okay. So, central nervous system is divided into two parts, brain and spinal cord. So, this brain is protected under skull and spinal cord is present in the vertebrate. Then peripheral nervous system is again divided into somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. So, what is peripheral nervous system? Peripheral nervous system consists of nerves which arise from brain and spinal cord. They consist of nerves which arise from brain and spinal cord. See, the peripheral nervous system consists of nerves which arise from brain and spinal cord. So, this peripheral nervous system is again divided into somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. Somatic nervous system controls voluntary functions. It controls voluntary functions. Whereas autonomic nervous system controls involuntary functions. Somatic nervous system controls voluntary functions through cranial and spinal nerves. Again, the somatic nervous system is divided into cranial and spinal nerves. Cranial nerves ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ the nerves which arise from brain ಇಂದ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ nervesಗೆ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ cranial nerves ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Spinal nerves means the nerves which arise from the spinal cord. The nerves which arise from the spinal cord are called spinal nerves. The 12 pairs of cranial nerves are present in our body. We have 12 pairs of cranial nerves, 31 pairs of spinal nerves. Illa competitive question inge. So, cranial nerves are the nerves which arise from the brain. We have 12 pairs of cranial nerves. Spinal nerves are the nerves which arise from the spinal cord. Eshide adu 31 pairs ide. Then coming to autonomic nervous system which controls involuntary functions of our body like the function of heart, kidney, that is controlled by autonomic nervous system. In the autonomic nervous system again we have, it is again divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic. is divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic. See, autonomic nervous system is divided into again sympathetic and parasympathetic. Sympathetic is going to increase the functions of organs when demand increases, whereas parasympathetic is going to decrease the functions of organs when demand decreases. Example, while doing physical exercise, so there is increase in rate of respiration, increase in heartbeat, everything is organs function is increased to provide energy to muscular activity. So during that time sympathetic is going to function. Sympathetic in madutte, it increases the functions of organs when demand is increased. Then once doing physical exercise is stopped, the functions has to come to the normal condition. That is done by parasympathetic. So sympathetic in madutte, it increases the functions of organs when demand increases. Parasympathetic decreases the functions of organs when demand decreases. This is about neural system of human. So once again, the neural system of human is divided into central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system provides a site for the processing of information and control. So the central nervous system is again divided into brain and spinal cord. Peripheral nervous system is divided into somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. Somatic nervous system controls voluntary functions. It controls voluntary functions, whereas autonomic nervous system controls involuntary functions. This somatic nervous system consists of cranial nerves. These nerves are given by the brain. The nerves which arise from the brain are called cranial nerves. We have 12 pairs of cranial nerves. Again, it is divided into spinal nerves. The nerves which arise from spinal cord are called spinal nerves. We have 31 pairs of spinal nerves. And autonomic is divided into again sympathetic and parasympathetic. So sympathetic, it increases the functions of organs when demand increases. Parasympathetic, it decreases the functions of organs when demand decreases. So this is about neural system of human. Now we will discuss 12 pairs of cranial nerves with its functions. In peripheral neural system, we have afferent neurons and efferent neurons. Afferent are also called sensory neurons or sensory nerves. Efferent are also called motor neurons. So, afferent or sensory neurons means they carry impulse from sensory organs to CNS. Carry impulses from sensory organs to CNS means central nervous system. So, from the sense organs like skin, eye, nose, ear, from there to the central nervous system, the impulse is carried by nerves called afferent nerves or sensory nerves or neurons. Efferent or motor neurons, they carry regulatory impulses, from central nervous system to effector organs. Efferent or motor neurons, they carry regulatory impulses from central nervous system to effector organs. So, in peripheral nervous system, we see two types of neurons, afferent and efferent. Afferent are also called sensory neurons and efferent are called motor neurons. These afferent carry impulses from sensory organs to central nervous system, whereas efferent neurons carry regulatory impulses from central nervous system to effector organs. After knowing this, now we will discuss about 12 pairs of cranial nerves. So, we know that cranial nerves, the nerves which arise from the brain are called cranial nerves. We have 12 pairs. Or functions of. So, first cranial nerve is olfactory, second is optic, oculomotor, trochlear, trigeminal, abducent, facial and vestibulocochlear. So, the olfactory function is olfaction, it is smell, detecting olfaction or detecting smell. Optic, it mainly helps in vision. Oculomotor, it helps in eyeball movement. Trochlear also helps in eyeball movement. Trigeminal helps in sensation, chewing and muscular movement of jaws. So this trigeminal nerve supplies the teeth, jaws, upper jaw and lower jaw, and it also supplies the teeth. Hagagi it helps in sensation, chewing and muscular movement. Abducent, again it helps in eyeball movement. Facial nerve is 7, it helps in facial expression. Facial expression, whereas vestibulocochlear helps in hearing and maintaining equilibrium. So first cranial nerve is olfactory, that helps in olfaction or in the detection of smell. Optic helps in vision. Oculomotor eyeball movement. Cochlear again helps in eyeball movement. Trigeminal helps in sensation, chewing and muscular movement. Abducent again eyeball movement. Facial helps in facial expression. Vestibulocochlear hearing and to maintain equilibrium. And coming to so 9th is glossopharyngeal. 10th is vagus. 11th is spinal accessory. And 12th is hypoglossal. So glossopharyngeal helps in swallowing, secretion of saliva, and in detection of taste. So the glossopharyngeal is the 9th cranial nerve, mainly helps in swallowing, secretion of saliva and in the detection of taste. Vagus, it controls visceral functions of our body. Controls visceral functions of digestive system and kidney. So like that, vagus controls visceral functions in a body. Spinal accessory controls movement of pharynx and larynx. And hypoglossal nerve controls movement of tongue. Hypoglossal nerve controls movement of tongue. So this is about cranial nerves. 9th glossopharyngeal, which controls swallowing, secretion of saliva and taste. Vagus controls visceral functions in our body. Spinal accessory controls movement of pharynx and larynx, and hypoglossal controls movement of tongue. Then coming to spinal nerves. So we have 31 pairs of spinal nerves, the nerves which arise from spinal cord, nothing but spinal nerves. We have 31 pairs. In that, cervical nerves are 8 pairs. Cervical andre ee portion. So 8 pairs cervical nerves are there. Then thoracic nerves are 12 pairs which arise from the thorax. Then lumbar nerves are 5 pairs. Sacral nerves are again 5 pairs, and coccygeal is only 1 pair. So totally we have 31 pairs of spinal nerves. In that 31 pairs, 8 pairs are cervical nerves, 12 pairs are thoracic nerves, 5 pairs are lumbar, and 5 pairs are sacral, and 1 pair is coccygeal nerves. So that is about the spinal nerves. So ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು for your PU and competitive exam, you should mainly remember that human neural system is divided into central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Again, central nervous system is divided into brain and spinal cord, whereas peripheral nervous system is divided into somatic and autonomic nervous system. The nerves which arise from the brain are called cranial nerves. We have 12 pairs of cranial nerves, and the nerves which arise from the spinal cord are called spinal nerves. We have 31 pairs of spinal nerves. Under peripheral nervous system, somatic nervous system controls voluntary functions through cranial and spinal nerves, and they have afferent neurons and efferent neurons. Afferent antandre they carry impulses from sense organs to central nervous system. Efferent means they carry regulatory impulses from the central nervous system to effector organs. Coming to autonomic nervous system, it controls involuntary functions. So under that again it is divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic. Sympathetic increases the functions of organs when demand increases, whereas parasympathetic decreases the functions of organs when demand decreases. So that you have to remember for your exams. In the next class we will discuss structure of neuron and different types of neuron. Thank you.